Wolves versus Spurs now. Wolves 3.3, Spurs 2.3, 6th and 7th respectively, just 1 point between them. So this is another, I feel like, when I was saying in the beginning, it's like business end. Like, you know, some of these wins, they need Southampton, you know, they need to crawl out of, both of those teams actually need to crawl out from relegation. This is a chance for them to get the points. This is another area, another match to get points. There's a loss on the line. Wolves haven't lost in 8 games. They have drawn a couple though. They have the home advantage. And Spurs are awful on the road this season. So, Martin, let's start with you in this match. 3.3 for the home win, Wolves.
I can see why that would be an attractive bet, definitely, when you consider that Spurs lost away at Man United in their last road trip. Gave a bit of an underwhelming performance in midweek in the Champions League, but you can't read too much into that because it was their second string. Wolves very, very difficult to beat. I certainly wouldn't put anyone off Wolves double chance or Wolves draw no bet or something like that. I think it's a long, long time since they lost a game. But I'm staying away from the outrights because I do feel that Tottenham have been impressive since Jose Mourinho took over. I think he's got Dele Alli playing well and unleashed the potential of a couple of their forwards. I just think they keep leaking goals at the back. That's their problem, Tottenham. So at the risk of sounding like a broken record, both teams to score 1.76.
That's if it makes money. There ain't nothing broken about it. There's a few people here. Spurs and both teams to score, says King Jorge. Paddy's 1996 says Wolves draw double chance. Wolves in sensational form. Now, I do... Flash, you do go for that value, you do go for the higher odds. Did you think that there was the value in the Wolves at 3.3?
No, not at all. Not at all. Wolves unbeaten in 10 with six draws in there. But Tottenham 17 goals since Jose Mourinho's come back, including their Champions League. Now, this is the big factor for me, that now Champions League is sorted. They came runner-up, they qualified, so now it's all about inroads to get back up with the top 4. Obviously, Wolves are in great shape with the Europa League. I think the matchup is Dele Alli being in that hole behind the front boys, and we've got Moutinho and Neves who like to go on the front foot, but they're going to have to try and protect their back 4 because Wolves do like to let goals in. So first of all, I'd say I love both teams to score. I love that. But I've gone with Spurs to win and both teams to score at 4.3.
Wow. Because
you've got Son on unbelievable form, Lucas Moura, and Harry Kane and Dele Alli. The 4-pronged, well, it'll be 3 with one sitting in the hole. Now, with the one that sits in the hole is going to give Moutinho and Neves a massive problem because they're not going to be able to go forward because he can just sit and half cheat because they've got Sissoko and then Ndombele sitting there. So for me, I've gone right through this game. I've done an article, go over at oddsmarket.com, because I've also done Tottenham minus 1.5 on the Asian handicap, and I think that's around 4 points. I think, and you've gone to my head. Spurs win the game 3-1, maybe 4-2, okay. 3-1 or 4-2.
We always like to push it, just that little minus 1.5. I don't know, it could be like a 2-1. I think.
But then I'm happy because I've got the 4.3. That's exactly it. That's what I'm saying. But I'm happy.
Yeah, but you have to play the minus 1.5. Like that's what you.
Yeah, because I do too.
Yeah, you
but
just say, like, for example, play like Spurs and both teams to score.
No, because I broke the game down. I mean, that's why it takes me so long to do an article, because I actually work backwards. I do my betting analysis. I do my strengths and weaknesses. Then I go through the teams. And funnily enough, the last bit I do is actually the home team. So, because I work out how I think the game's going to go.
It does take him a really long time. Sometimes I see him sneaking out the door and I Flash, where are you going? You're supposed to send in an article.
Yeah, I'm like that. I'm like a burglar.
He's got to go.
So anyway, I'll go over at oddsmarket.com because I've given 2 tips there, and they're both massive value. But you get...
It takes about an hour and a half, doesn't it, to do an article?
To do one, yeah. But obviously, if you're getting 4.3 and 4.2 or something, then it's more than worth it.
Okay, I was going to say that because you talk about the wealth of the wealth of players that Tottenham have, and to see them in 7th, we shouldn't really be seeing them
No.
in 7th, should we?
And it's had nothing to... First of all, Dele Alli didn't kick a ball until Jose Mourinho turned up. But the big problem they've had all season is they didn't keep clean sheets. Last year, everything was based on that back five keeping clean sheets and them going on and winning games because teams were overcommit to try and get that breakthrough. This year, they've gifted goals. They've gone to Brighton, they got beat 3-0. We know the keeper done his elbow or shoulder in. We've had Vertonghen and the off-field activities. We've had Toby not playing well. Remember, Ericsson wants away. There's been Danny Rose has had mental problems. So they don't know who their best right-back is. Serge Aurier's been playing there. So we know that Trippier left. Trippier was a good player, by the way. So it's all just taken them a little bit of time to adjust. Now it's full systems, full concentrations on getting back up. And I wouldn't be surprised to see Tottenham go on a bit of a roll.
Yeah.
So if I can get 4.3 about them winning the game and both teams to score. And that was the other reason I did the -1.5, because if both teams don't score, I see Tottenham winning 2-0. That was it.